Morning, good morning. I'm out here once again. Dying to be out here. So I just want to show you, this is like the entrance of where I go into. Okay, this is where I park my truck nearby. Okay, you got all these rocks here, and I've had the feeling, every time I get here with my truck, I got a feeling that they're just hanging around all around here, and this is kind of where I go into. But one of my couple last times out, I took a picture of my truck away from the from my entrance, and right around this bush right here, there was a guy peeking out. I'm gonna see if I can post that picture for you guys to see. It was pretty neat, and it almost looked like if it was smiling. But yeah, this is the entrance to my place. For those of you that are kind of wondering, what kind of access I have and stuff like that. As you can see, not very many people would probably like to go into a place like this. But anyways, I'm gonna come out and hang out today. I've been dying to come out and hopefully get some good stuff on video and post it for you guys. Have a great day. Bye bye. Check this out right here. See that toe, and toe? This is pretty cool. I don't know if you can see that right there. So all the snow has melted, which means we're probably not going to get very many tracks today, which I'm seriously done filming for now, unless I see something very out there. But yeah, it goes to show you. Look here, this is the other one right here. Look, you see that? There was a light dusting last night, so stuff like that that goes to show you right there, something walked on this main trail. Let me show you how it's size 13 boot, so that must have been a smaller one. Totally awesome. So here's the other one. Look at this, it's cool. This is recent, because the body heat just melted the track. Man, yeah, this is recent. So I came out today to bring some bananas, talk a little bit about food. Came out today to hang out. So I just want to show you something here. Let me see if I focus in a little bit. So you got this shape here like this, right? And then you see these are my tracks right there, but you see that melting like right there too? See, my shoes don't melt the snow, but this body heat right here, look at it. See that? That's awesome. This is recent too. There was a light dusting last night, like I mentioned previously, and I know, I would say I'm 100% sure that every time I come in here, they just know. Like, I would go as far as saying, like, the sound of my... Yeah, there's a nice little indentation right here. See that? I would just say, like, to the point that they probably know the sound of my truck. It's awesome. So I'm gonna keep going. It's a little spot I want to get to. Bye. I mean, 2 seconds after I cut the film, I got this indentation right here, and I can see toes. I'm not sure if the camera's gonna pick it up, but this is awesome. I mean, something just walked right in front. That is so cool. So cool. Okay. This is awesome. Not even a couple seconds after I stopped back there. Literally, like, I don't know if I should just come in here and film the whole entire thing as I go through and do my thing and just post the whole thing. I mean, a lot of you are not going to watch, attention span of us is like 2-3 minutes, but look, I just came from there, right? And I've been seeing some fresh tracks on the ground. What I think is fresh tracks on the ground. And look at this thing was been put like right here in the middle. This is my trail, okay? This is my path right here in the middle. And I'm gonna just throw some stories out there. I know some of you are gonna think, oh, this guy is out of it, but right around here, I have a gifting spot right up there. Right around here, I lost the little square to my cell phone charger. Not, about weeks and weeks and weeks. I spent about 3 weeks that I didn't have it. This was weeks and weeks ago. and I lost it. And I'm going through the house trying to find the damn square, And one morning I come through here, right around here. I found I found, no, it wasn't mine. I don't know if it was mine or not, but it's a huge coincidence because I found a little square to my to my iPhone charger. Like I said, I don't know if it was mine, but it's such a coincidence that I find it right here, right around my gifting spot. And then now you got this branch here just kind of pointing that way, right in the middle. It could have landed anywhere. Just the coincidences, guys. Just the coincidences. I'm gonna keep going. All right. Yeah, looks kind of odd. Let me see here. Okay. All right, I'm gonna keep going. Show you something. There might have been. I don't know, guys. This is freaking awesome. So, not very much detail, Not very much detail. There was a light dusting, but here, I'm gonna go all the way over here. So, look at this here. Look at this indentation here. Look at that. Look at that toe right there. Look, giant. This right here. Show you my size. 12 and a half, 13 boot. And look at that one, right? What is this? But wait, I'm gonna go back over here. Like something was walking here, like really big, and it wasn't just one. It was more than one. As a matter of fact, I'm seeing this everywhere. But look, check this out. Look at this. Holy moly! This is like the same size as the one back there. Look at this thing. Could that be the snow melting like that? Maybe possibly what used to be a footprint like that turn into that. This right here, and let me come back to this one over here. Look at this one facing the other way. Isn't that the same creature? Look. You can see the clear indentations on the ground, and then there was a light dusting. There was a light dusting after that. But I have my gifting spot right there. I forgot to leave a banana on this side. All right, I'm gonna turn this off so that I can get up there and leave a banana. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, I just finished leaving banana up there. Filmed those big tracks, big feet over there. Giant. And then you got this other indentation right here. You see this? This is so beautiful. For me to see this, the size of whatever left these feet here. Yeah, it's Bigfoot size, but it's a giant. This right here, the way this is like that, you see that, the toes. This is so cool, man. I got a smile on my face. They're probably looking at me right now like saying, this kid, man, this kid is unreal. Let me see this here. So it's so cool. I'm starting to, like, when I get off the trail, you see my tracks on the trail. When I get off the trail, I'm starting to do the same thing they do. I don't leave a trace. So what I do, I'm here, right? But then I step on this rock right here, right? And then I go and step up here on this other rock. So now if you look back, you can't even see, like, where did that guy right there go? And if in case there was like a human walking up here, they won't be able to see it. They'll be like, that's weird. So I just don't want anybody to come out here and kind of see, oh, there was a human here and stuff. But I'm gonna get up here and get back on the trail. So I step on this rock. Now I'm back on the trail. And I'm gonna keep going. All right. Okay, I'm gonna cut the film. Look at this. This is what I've been getting coming up this creek here, this frozen creek. I've been getting this kind of stuff because I'm trying to get in there, drop off some bananas. But it is, I've seen now a couple different sizes of these indentations. Some of them you can see toes clearly, some of them you can't. And I'm trying not to film that much of them. It's just, for me, it's reassuring when I come out, you know, and all of a sudden you get these things that look like feet, you know, like boom, boom, you know. I've been following this up the creek for a while. Look at this. Look at this. Like, isn't this awesome? Look at this. This is a right, that's a left. This is two different sizes, like walking out here right now. It's funny, I got this guy, he's unreal. He's out of Australia, and he sees the videos and he's like, dude, there's a bunch of them right by you right now. And he can see how they're cloaking. Look at that. Right there. See that, look, that, and then it goes over there and over there. And then there's a trail up here. Like, you know, I just put a video up. I mean, I just took a film this morning of where I go into to get into this trail. This is not even a trail. Step on this stone. I don't want to leave my tracks out here. So you can see, I mean, clearly something has been like walking out here. And what I find a lot of the times is I see, you know, sometimes they just can't help it, but I see sometimes when there's the fresh snow on the ground, they step on like the little bushes, you know. So these are some big fellas, big mama, you know, big mama or big papa hanging around. Like, the other day I had, look at this, man. Look at the size of these. Look. You see? It just goes this way, and they're just walking slowly. Walking slowly. Look at this. You know? That is unbelievable. I love looking at this stuff, man. I love looking at this stuff. But look, the trail just keeps going. Just keeps going this way. Like, there was... This is awesome, man. If I tell you, you know, like, being out here, like when you feel like you know, you're looking at something that's completely so much bigger than you. Look at this, man. So much bigger than you. And you get the privilege to be out and doing this and just having the feeling that, wow, that's a big thing that's around me right now, and nothing, you know, like I just feel great. Like, I tell you, it's one of the best experiences I've ever had, is knowing that there's something so much bigger and around me that I can't see, that in my opinion is like super gentle. Because I mean, I've been in here now, I can't even count the times. Look at this thing. Look, so there's a step here. See, now the stride is getting bigger. There's a step here, right? Look at my boot. I'm like a baby out here. There's a step here, and then you come out here, boom, and the other step is here. Look at this, man. This is like, this is unreal. And then the steps got smaller, and they just keep going this way. Isn't this something, man? And like in the big print, I can see toes of a smaller one taking the same print right here. And then there's deer, you know. There's deer. There's deer. I know some of you guys don't like me filming the prints. You're kind of tired of me filming down on the floor. I get it, man. But I'm out here, like, this is like so cool, man. So cool. I can clearly see toes on that one. Jeez. And then deer walking right by. Okay. Look. What is this? Possible deer or just something walking that way along with the big steps walking this way? Let's see what we got around here. Need to get to my spot over there because I want to sit down, drop the bananas. I'll be back. So I'm right here by the creek. And then I got this guy here like this, right? And then I got that one right there. And there's like indentation of toes, but then it comes, wait, oops, it comes up here too. Look at this. How cool. You guys can see the toes, hopefully. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go up here. I'm going to go up here and see what I can get up there. So I basically came out here today to bring some food. Like if you've been following, you know, I said we were going to get together, me and some other people, and we're going to try to get some answers and stuff. And the first topic that we're going to tackle to try to narrow down on answers, I know everyone has an opinion, it's the food. So we're basically going to try to all get together. There's you know, people in Europe, people here in the U.S., and a couple of us are going to get together and try to answer several questions. The first one's going to be food. I'm very intrigued. You know, I had someone mention on my video, oh, so there's got to be a lot of food there to be able to feed an animal this big. Well, you know, if you look at trees, how big they are, and how big they can get, and all they really feed off is water, sunlight, and you know, they're basically earthing all the time. So it makes me think if these beings are doing the same thing, how much they really need food. But anyways, I don't want to get too deep into that. I'm just letting you know that we're going to be working here. It's just a matter of all of us finishing organizing together, setting time aside, and basically there's already a couple of us going out into the field trying to get answers for the food part of it. You might think it's very simple, deer, vegetables, and things like that, but I think it goes a little bit more deeper than that. There's a chance that it might be, you know, different stuff that we're not aware of, and I have my thoughts on that. But so right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna follow this that I just got from down there, and I'm gonna hike up there and see what I can get up there right now. So I'm gonna cut the film for a second. Okay, so it's a neat little spot. I just decided to follow some tracks, and it brought me to this. But see if I show you here. Look at that, it's been put around that right there. And then you got this little busy area right here. Let me zoom back out. And let me zoom in here in this bush. See if you guys can see anything. So where I'm at, let me zoom back out. There's, you see that break right there too. Give you a little clarity here. Okay, this is kind of neat spot, but let me get you over to the other side. Show you something here. So squirrels are going crazy. Playing with the audio on my I don't have an audio enhancing program, so if you can give me some clues, that'd be great. But I'm able to hear these wood knocks when I play with the audio a little bit as I'm editing or putting stuff together with the iMovie program on my Mac. If I play with the sound reduction and things like that, then there's other sounds that come out. But if I mess with it again, then it goes away. So if you guys know of any audio enhancing program that I can use, feel free to let me know. Also, about the food topic, if you, it would be awesome if you can chip in and talk in the comments what you think they're eating and stuff. So I'm gonna make a little shake here because I'm gonna walk a little bit. Let me see what I can get over here. I'm starting to believe that every single tree placement means something. I know it sounds cuckoo, but it's just what I think. Let me see what's the best way I can get around this. Look at this here. Look how cool. See this? And then you got. So basically, check this out. That tree just caved in it. What the hell was that? So that tree just caved, and now it's all the way. Let me see if I can get it up there. It goes all the way up there, but and then if you can see, let me see if I can zoom in there for you. There's a structure right there. I'm gonna see if I can get up there. But this is a cool thing right now. I'm standing over. Those squirrels are going crazy. I was just like standing here and I'm like, so, never mind. Last time I was out, I want to say something. I have it on film, but I didn't add it. A lot of stuff I'm not adding because I feel like, I don't want to be recording and just dumping a bunch of stuff out there. But I was walking around, and there's one of these fresh young pines that was right by me. It just moved. Like there was no wind out here, and it just moved right next to me. And I was like, okay, we got a moving tree. But look at this here. So basically, that's just really cool. This one comes and goes all the way over there. And then back there's one too. And you got this stuff here on the ground. But I want to get a little bit up there, see what's going on. So I'm going to cut the film and walk up there. I'm actually just going to cut through here. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. If you look at this here. It goes up there like that. There's a trail that goes like that all the way over there. But I wanted to give you a little view here. It's almost like this stick here. It's like a, like a marker. The trail's here, right? And then you got this guy here, like this, goes right on top of me. Then you got that humongous tree break right over there, like that. Just go all the way there. That's just a big tree that just has been snapped and is huge and is going straight across. See if I can zoom in so you can see what I mean. That's the snap. And that's the tree going that way like that. And I wonder if they can just hide right by it, and then you can't that's like a little hiding spot. Like they hide by the tree, you know, they blend in right there and then you can't see. That's pretty interesting. Every time I come out, I just see some more stuff, and it's... Let me walk over here, show you this. There's some weaving going on in here. Look at this here. See this? With a break right there. All of these mean something. Look at that right there, right in the middle of the thing. Right there. Look at that. How nice. So all this means something. We need to figure out what this means. Like, is it a form of communication? Is it a manipulation of energy that they're doing with all the placement of all these trees? This is so interesting. Like, you know, it's like you put an ornament in your house. And everyone has different tastes, but I mean, you know, look at this guy here. So nice, man. And then you got this here on the ground here, right here. I wonder, you know, information. This is all information. Like, it's just, the more you come out, the more you start perceiving the placements of the trees and things like that. It's pretty interesting. And something just went up that way. But, so what I'm gonna do is, what if they're just sitting there blending? See if I can get down like this. Sitting there blending behind that thing right there. Okay, gonna keep going.